All right, hi, my name's Maddie. I'm going to be your nurse today. I'm just going to kind of get a brief overview of what brought you in here today.
Okay, so I was in a car accident recently and I kind of tore up my wrist here, my left wrist, and my jaw got really messed up. It's kind of healed now. You can't see it much anymore, but it still bothers me a little bit. And I just have to be here to get approved to go back to work at the county public works.
Okay, well, how are you feeling? Are you in any pain right now?
Yeah, I mean my wrist is bothering me pretty good. It hurts really bad sometimes, especially like when I'm drinking. But
All right, well, on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being nothing, 10 being the worst pain you've ever felt, what number would you give that pain?
I'd say about a 4.
Okay, and what kind of pain? Is it aching, throbbing, stabbing?
I'd say it's throbbing, especially when I move it or just when I'm using it at work.
Okay, and what makes it better and what makes it worse for you?
Well, better. When I start to take shots, it feels great. I don't really think about it, but when I wake up the next day and all the alcohol's gone, it really bothers me.
Okay, what do you do to help make it better?
I drink.
Okay, and what kind of alcohol do you use? Do you use wine, beer, liquor?
Yeah, mostly liquor, but I'll drink some beers every now and then.
Okay, and how many drinks do you think you have a day?
Drinks every day. I'd say about 7 shots, maybe 2 beers on the weekends, along with the shots.
Okay, so how many days a week are you having more than 4 drinks?
Just about every day.
Every day. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to go into a little more depth about your alcohol use. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Before we start, can you tell me a little bit about where the alcohol fits in and what times a day you're using it?
Yeah, so I keep it in my locker at work, and I keep it in the garage at home. And like I said earlier, I have about 7 a day, and that's just throughout the day. Usually one first thing in the morning when I'm heading out to work, and one when I'm coming home, just because it's been such a long day. And then, like I said, on the weekends, like casually with friends, I'll have a couple beers added in there too, along with the shots.
Okay.
And I mean, it fits in my life pretty good. It's not like it's a problem or anything.
Okay. Has anyone in your life started noticing your alcohol use?
I would say like a little bit. I mean, it's not like super noticeable, but especially not at work, they don't notice. But I think my friends have started to notice. They make little comments and stuff. And I quit 2 of the teams that I was on. I was doing some sports, and I just quit that because they were kind of being weird about it. And I've been fighting a lot with my husband at home. Not so much he wasn't such a big deal about it, the car accident and stuff. But every now and then we're just fighting a lot. So.
Okay, so what are some of the good things that alcohol does for you?
Some of the good things, like I said, it's a good stress reliever after a long day at work. It just helps me kind of unwind when I get home, and in the morning it kind of gets me ready for my day because I don't really love going to my job, but gotta do it. And when I'm fighting with my husband, it's just like I just need to drink. It gets overwhelming.
Okay, and what are some of the not so good things about your drinking?
Well, I know it's not good to fight with my husband. I don't want to, and I don't like that it's affected my friendships and that they kind of have gotten weird. And I really hated quitting those teams because I really cared about being on sports teams and exercise and stuff, but it's kind of started to get in the way of that.
Okay, so kind of some of the pros are that it helps you get through the day and kind of relax and de-stress at the end of working and with your relationships, and then some of the not so good things are the effects it's having on your relationships at home and with your friends?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you some information on the low-risk drinking. Do you mind if I share those with you real quick?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, on average, for a woman, it's not good to have more than 3 drinks in one sitting and 7 drinks throughout the day or throughout the week.
Okay.
It can drastically increase your chances of injury and illness, and as well as long-term use can affect your liver function, as well as your heart and lung function, and also leads to a lot of alcohol use disorder problems. So how do you feel about hearing those statistics?
It's pretty scary because, I very often have more than 3 drinks in one day. Like I said, I have about 7. That's like the weekly recommendation, so that's pretty scary.
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a readiness scale, with something we use here in the hospital. Just kind of figure out on where you are on that scale of making a change. 1 being you're not really wanting to make a change, you haven't really thought about it. 10, like you're ready to do this now.
Okay.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how ready do you think you are?
I'm about halfway there. I'd give it a 5.
Okay, well that's good. That means you're about 50% there to make a change. So what makes you choose a 5 instead of like a 1 or a 2?
Well, I'm not choosing a low number like that because I am, I do recognize that it has started affecting me socially and it's affecting me at work and things like that. So um, I do, that's about my 50% is that, I do want to make a change for that. But the other 50%, why I'm not ready is because I don't really see it as a huge problem. But I guess I'm halfway there.
Okay. Well, in the past, what are things that have helped you personally get through some tough and difficult times?
Um, well, in the past, I did have an incident where it was a problem and it was causing me to have some pretty severe like social issues. Like I was getting really agitated with people, and so I did see it as a problem then, and I went to AA, and that actually really helped. They were a great support system. I made a lot of friends and learned a lot of new things a lot of new coping mechanisms. Methods that I didn't think of before.
Okay. And you said that AA worked for you in the past. Is it something you think you'd be willing to try again?
I mean, I would just because, like I said, I don't want it to be such a problem with my friends and my wife and my husband. Excuse me. But I would try it. Like I said, I didn't think it was a huge problem, but if that's something that you thought I needed to do, maybe I would.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you think that you could try this time that would make it stick?
I don't know. I think I need to maybe stop having so much alcohol around because with the friends I hang out with and just having it at work, having it at home, it's just really available to me, and I think it would help to maybe remove some of those triggers there.
Okay. Well, I just want to kind of review about what we've all talked about today and kind of a plan that I formulated for you.
Okay.
And all of this was taken from what you said and the suggestions you've given. And you said that AA has worked for you in the past. So it's something I think that would may be beneficial for you again. You said this time's a little bit different, but AA works for many different people for many different reasons, and may get you that support system that you're kind of looking for, as well as maybe some just little steps to try, because you've quit and been successful with quitting in the past, but it's hard to quit. Cutting cold turkey can also be detrimental to you since you use it so often and so much. Cutting it out completely can have an adverse reaction and make you even sicker than you thought you were.
Right.
So things just like maybe taking it out of your work locker for a start, because having it at work, especially when you're driving to and from work, can be very dangerous, and you've already had one accident, so you don't want to take a chance of wrecking again. Start with that, and definitely with your relationships at home, maybe look into some marriage counseling to see if maybe you can start picking out some of those underlying stressors that may be causing your alcohol use, as well as maybe start looking into getting back to some activities. That is a great coping mechanism, definitely with stress and anxieties, and helps build relationships, especially with teammates. So stuff like that. So I have it all written out here for you, so you can take it home with you and continue to look at it. And if you have any questions, there's a referral to a psychiatric department here for some counseling, as well as the local AA meeting scheduled for this month. Maybe just pop in with a meeting here and there and just maybe start getting a feel for it and seeing if that program will work for you again this time.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for your honesty with me today.
Yes, thank you.